Hey, good morning, guys. It is, I don't even know what day it is. You know, that's pretty typical for me. It is the 17th of April. And for those of you who have followed us for a time, you should recognize this beautiful woman here. This is Patty Gilbride. Patty was here in August of last year and spent some time with us. And we apparently, I don't know, impressed her enough that she decided to come back. So a little kind of review of what we learned about Patty last year. And that was, sadly, she had recently lost her husband of a number of years. She can speak to that later. And they had a tradition of doing a month-long vacation every year, and she wanted to continue that tradition. So she began some self-reflection, trying to figure out what she wanted to do, and she decided she wanted to maybe find a horse rescue to spend some time at. And she did some reviews on the internet, Google searches, as we all do. And as luck would have it, and the research played out, she decided a trip from Topsail Island, which is north and west of Wilmington, North Carolina. It's a barrier island that has, during the wintertime, only a few thousand people that are considered permanent residents there in the 3 municipalities that exist. She decided she was going to make the trip from essentially the east coast of North Carolina all the way to the central part of Kansas and spend some time with us again in August. When she reached out to me, I think it was May or June of last year, and she said she wanted to come in August. I said, "Are you freaking kidding me? It's miserable here in Kansas in August." And the decision was, yes, she was going to come. So we're going to get an update from Patty regarding her experience then with us and why she chose to come back, and what is also kind of new and exciting in her life. When she was here in August, she was an aspiring author, and she'll give us an update here in just a second.
Hi Karen, thank you for that little introduction. There was no question that I would come back here. When I left, when I first planned to go to a horse rescue last year, I thought Rainbow Meadows would be a great place to do my first vacation rescue, volunteer. And I thought, well, there's a whole lot more rescues in the country, which gives me an opportunity to keep traveling. And so next year I'll do another rescue, and next year I'll do another rescue. And I loved it here. I loved the horses. I love the exceptional care that the horses get. The people were just as warm. The volunteers, I've been wanting to up my horsemanship. I started taking horseback riding lessons 2 years ago. I'm now 60, so I started at 58 because it's never too late to learn. And you've been terrific in helping me up my horse game, my horsemanship game. So since I was last here, my book has been published. My book was published January 26, 2025. It is, I'll show you, it's a lovely book, Something More Than Love, When Your Husband Dies and Takes Half Your Heart With Him. This was a journal I started keeping before Dave died, about 2 weeks before Dave died. I just sat down and started writing, just started writing. And I continued writing for about 5 months after Dave died. The story, it's our love story. It is number one. I made it very clear to everybody, very clear to my publisher, although it is a story of immense loss and unbearable grief. It is first and foremost a love story. It's a story of advocating and caregiving for someone you love, but again, it is first and foremost a love story. So what I found, and of course I finished writing the book 7 months into my grieving period. And you think you learned a whole lot about grief in 7 months, but when you're grieving someone like your person, your 24/7, 365 person, your spouse, oh my God, there's so much more to learn. And as I did learn more about grieving, I have discovered a newfound need to help others through this process. I've been an extremely active griever. I cry when I need to cry. I don't care if people are around. I have renamed tears love leaking out your eyes. I believe when you love somebody so much and they leave, and you're afraid you may never see them again, depending on what your beliefs are, that love has to go someplace. And it goes to the horses and it goes to the dogs, but sometimes it's so bottled up that it just squirts out my eyes in the form of tears. And so it's an okay thing. It's not a bad thing to cry. I want other people around us to get more comfortable with that. I want them to be comfortable around people that are grieving. I didn't have the isolation that a lot of women feel. I'm sure a lot of people feel, but I'm going to speak from the point of a widow, obviously, and not a widower. So many women go through this isolation of the first couple months. Everybody is there. Oh, what can I do? Let me know if you need something. And she really doesn't know what she needs. Her entire life has been wiped out. And your entire life is wiped out. You don't change your life. You start a new life. There's like your old life and now a new life. So they say that your love is equal to your grief. So the more you love somebody, the more you're going to grieve, which just kind of makes sense. Needless to say, that means I was kind of screwed because I really loved my husband. So there was a lot of grief and a lot of love that was left over. And other than my husband and my family, I love animals. I really do. I love dogs. I love horses. I rescue birds. And being able to love up on, Southern expression, to love up on animals is a way to channel my grief into something productive. It doesn't take it away. It doesn't eliminate it. You're kind of stuck with it forever. You just learn to cope with it. You learn to live with it. But what I get out of loving something else, such as a horse, is, I don't know, kind of, I can't really quite explain it. I've always enjoyed volunteering, but I've always found that I get back way more than I give. And I've thoroughly enjoyed my trip here. You know, I spend time here in the mornings. I'm here in the afternoons. I've started taking Karen's chores away in the morning. She walks in and has nothing to do because I'm here bright and early, and I just keep absorbing things, and been grooming the horses. They love it. I love it. It's a quiet time. You know, it's therapy. It's horse therapy. That's a thing. So yeah, so this has been a fabulous visit, and I would come back here again in a skinny minute.
So there's no question about the fact that this relationship with Patty and Rainbow Meadows, and in particular myself, is a lifelong one. She feels like family, and it's friends forever. And you know, there's just something that is unique about horses that brings people's hearts and souls together. And if you are so inclined to be a horse person, then our DNA resonates. And we certainly appreciate the fact that Patty has identified Rainbow Meadows as a good place for her to be and a good place for her to spend her time. I would encourage anyone who's interested to really think about bringing this book. Can you read that okay? Something More Than Love, okay? Well, I'll let her go through the tagline because I can't read it from here. Anyway, to bring this book into your life if you have lost a spouse, even if you found another person who has stepped in and taken their place, that grief is profound and it is forever. And if you know someone who has lost a spouse, to consider bringing this book into their library as well. And so we're going to let Patty wrap up our time today and let us know how you can get this book.
If you're interested, I have a hardcover. I also did a paperback. The hardcover is $45.95. The paperback's $29.95. It's a solid 400 plus pages because I can't shut up. And on Amazon, you can actually get the ebook and the audiobook on Audible, which I narrated, and that was also an extremely moving experience. I created a website to sell my book. It's somethingmorethanlove.com. It also gives me an opportunity to fundraise. More than half of the proceeds of this book are going towards the Skull Base and Sinonasal Cancer Research Fund at UNC, the University of North Carolina, which is where Dave was treated. Our doctors, our surgeon, and our oncologist became like family. They actually wrote the foreword to my book. So we're kind of all in it together. You can buy it anywhere you buy books, but I urge you to take a quick look at my website. I do some blogging. I don't have any intentions of writing another book, but I have a whole lot that I still want to say about love, death, dying, end of life, palliative care, advocating, caregiving, and those are just the things that come to my mind. So I hope you'll come and visit me on the website.
Patty, thank you. Love your heart, love your spirit, love your passion, and love that you have become part of who we are here at Rainbow Meadows.
Me too. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.